Well, welcome to Laughter Talks. I'm Marguerite Fair, and this is
Hi,
Samantha Wagoner. And what are you doing, Samantha Wagoner?
I'm Ms. Felina Katz, and I have my cat here. He's just kind of stuck under my chin for the moment, but
I
I
know.
think
Well,
I can remove him.
if you had a double chin, that would be fantastic. See, my scarf is hiding mine, but I don't think you really need it. But this is what, I have a special person with me today. Would you like to see my special person?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Where?
Can you see him?
Oh,
That's
wow.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold.
My niece had
Oh,
given me this, and he traveled across country with me
he's
because
cute.
he was strong, he's a real strong man. So that's my little Arnold. This is my Arnold in show business. He's doing
Oh,
the Netflix movie reviews with us. Okay, so he's gonna stay
ah,
here by me.
I
So
think he said, I'll be back.
I'll be back. So everybody, this is Sam Wagoner, aka Miss Felina Katz, and I am Marguerite Fair, aka Granny Tino, and
Here,
we're
Evan.
here to bring you the Netflix movie reviews. And
Woo!
Sam loves to play with her kitties and her projects and her toys. She's
And
got a
Lenny,
bunny rabbit.
yeah,
She's
for Easter.
she's a grown woman with a child's brain. That's that's all I can say. But it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So yes. Oh, watch your eyes. Meow. Watch your eyes. Okay. So what we're going to do first, our first review. Felina has ADD. Is that ADD or HAD or DPO or KUP or what
Um,
is it you have?
DDT.
Yeah. I think it's catnip. You've been at the catnip. Okay. So
Yeah,
every,
I
every,
stole my catnip.
okay. So we have to get to business today because everybody, we are doing three, not one, not two, but three Netflix movies today. And the first one is The Open House. And this is a thriller. Now, this is Felina's very favorite type of movie. And what I'm going to do is do the review and make her wait. Okay, so here is Granny Tino, and this is Open House, a Netflix thriller. Now, if you see this movie, you may, oh, wait, do that again. If you see this movie, you you may never ever go to another open house ever. It is
Yeah.
really scary. Now, you may never go to an open house. You will never have an open house or even talk about an open house if you go see this movie, people. Now,
Yeah.
this is a happy family of three changes suddenly when the husband gets hit by a car and is killed. The mother and son are left, and of course, they're devastated and financially helpless. And to make ends meet, what she does is agree to stay at her sister's house that is up for sale until it's sold because it'll save her some money. Now, as soon as they enter the house, the son starts to realize that there is something's going on in that house. Something's rotten in Denmark, if you know what I mean, Sam. We
Creepy.
know, yeah, we know that someone is out to do a lot of damage, especially after the first open house. I don't know, maybe that was the only open house they had, but we know there's something really wrong there. And the camera shots let you know that they are being watched. And you can tell that they are not alone in that house. That's what's really scary. And the camera is a good part. The camera is kind of like a character. But this is where I'm going to stop talking about the story because I know Sam will talk more about it. And if you enjoy a good thriller, this has an ending that you must see yourself. And this is the best thriller that I've seen in a long time. And so when I rate it, let me show you here how I'm going to rate it, everybody. This one gets a five-finger review. So, Granny Tino, that's it. Five fingers from Granny Tino for the open house. Now, Felina, why don't you give us your take on the open house?
on the open house. Ah, well, it's a very open house.
Get yourself together, Felina.
It just fell.
You're falling apart.
Everything's falling apart.
I know, I see that.
I'm falling apart.
I'm falling apart. You're falling apart. We're all falling apart. Get to the review.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you see, there was a mother and son, and in this movie, Naomi and Logan, and they have to move from their home after a tragic accident involving fa- Logan's father and Naomi's husband. He died.
Oh,
So, but it was kind of an accident, so we think. Anyway, that's the problem with this movie. It was all kind of things that happened, so you think, but you don't really know.
and
So
you
in
don't know much because you're a cat.
meow.
You don't know
Um,
much anyway, so you're in trouble right out of the gate.
so they pack up all their belongings and move to her sister Allison's house that's up for sale. All they have to do is leave for a few hours during the open house when the realtor comes and is showing the place to prospective buyers. Simple enough, huh?
Yeah, you would
Well,
think.
but people seem to show up and disappear at random intervals. Logan gets involved wandering around the house and randomly looking to discover something strange in the house that's not really specific. So something seems to be off about the house, and Logan is getting a creepy vibe. Meanwhile, they run into several strange people, like their neighbor Martha, who wasn't sure whether her husband was dead or alive.
Wow, she
And
was a strange bird.
yeah, very strange. Then they run into this nice guy, supposedly a merchant in town called Chris, that was sort of flirting with Naomi a little bit and rubbed Logan the wrong way. So he had an attitude about it right away. So when the real after the realtors were showing the house, Chris shows up alone at the house to look it over. But nobody was really there anymore. So Naomi let him in, but then he disappeared. Naomi couldn't find him anymore. And it seemed like every time Naomi went to take a shower, the pilot light went out and she had to run like half naked into the basement to open up the pilot light.
So the guy was the peeping Tom, too.
Well, we don't know what was going on at this point. And then she, somebody also breaks into the house and leaves strange things for them to find. And then all of a sudden, a strange man shows up and all hell breaks loose. Anyway, I liked the creep factor with this movie, but it lacked a bit of cohesiveness. I give it two cattails. Sorry. Since it kept me watching for a cat to jump out and maybe do something with the storyline.
Okay, I have to stop her right there. Now, people, for those of you just joining us in Oklahoma that don't know the story of the cat here, her brain cells are rapidly decreasing because she's always on the catnip. But
Oh,
this was a really good thriller. I gave it a 5. Just ignore her. We have to keep her working. Well, thank you, Felina. Two
luckily,
cattails from Felina. You're entitled to your opinion even when it's wrong. It's okay. Now, to make up for my insults to you, how about you read us your review about Your Place or Mine? And we tell us about Your Place or Mine, Felina.
okay. Uh, your place or mine? A
Uh-huh.
rom com. Released
Your
in
favorite genre.
Yeah. Released in 2023, starring Reese Witherspoon as Debbie and Ashton Kutcher as Peter. They have a fling one night in 2003, and then, they just broke up and they became really good friends for 20 years through video chat since Debbie lives in LA and Peter moved to New York because he didn't like LA anymore. So it gets to the point 20 years later that Debbie is trying to improve her life at work and has the opportunity to go to a real nice special accounting class in New York City, near where Peter lives. So her friend promised to watch her son Jack, but he had to cancel. She had to cancel suddenly because something came up. And Peter steps in and he offers to watch Jack and go to LA to be with him for the week that she'll be in New York. So Peter comes in and he takes care of Jack in his own way. And during his stay, he helps him come out of his shell. There's a few amusing shenanigans that occur off and on, but the chemistry between Debbie and Peter seemed to be lacking. They were cute in their scenes, but I don't know. Ashton Kutcher and Reese Witherspoon are really good actors, but I think the storyline was too predictable enough. So I gave it 3 cattails, but I agree.
Yeah, but I'll tell you something. This one, wow. Woo. Well, let me read mine, because I'm not. It's not my favorite genre either. I don't usually watch them, but I did think it was only right to do this. So, now it's a romantic comedy with Ashton Reno and Reese Witherspoon. Now, even though I am a fan of the actors attached to the movie, I must confess I was a tad underwhelmed. It was too predictable, as are most romantic comedies, which seem to adhere to a strict, non flexible structure. Okay. Hollywood has turned them into politically correct stories, which in this tale included the now standard friend who is insecure and dresses like a typical non binary person who does little more than walk in almost every scene holding and sipping a cup of coffee. It serves no purpose to move the story further, and I don't know why she's even in it. The only scene I liked in this movie was when the two main characters were in the airport on the people treadmill, the moving people treadmill.
Oh, yes, yes.
That was a good scene. That's
Mhm.
all they needed to show, and the movie could have been over. Just open, close it. There it is. A couple fighting in the airport for a movie short. Now, the only reason I finished watching this movie was because I knew I was going to do a review on it, and I will watch the entire movie. Now, I have my hand here, and basically, I'm giving this a one.
Which one did you get? Oh, I
I
thought
have two fingers over here and two fingers over here, and I gave that one a one. I did
I
not,
thought it was.
and I love the actors. It wasn't them, it was the movie.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
that's
I think it's time for them to get out of cookie cutter romantic comedies. I could write them one that isn't cookie cutter, but do they call me? No. Okay, so what we're going to do is go to our next review, which I'll read that first. And this is for Chloe, a drama. So we're getting into Chloe, a drama, starring Julianne Moore, Liam Neeson, and the lovely and talented Amanda Seyfried. And you know what? I really like her. There aren't many younger people that I know in the movies anymore because I tend to, but the baby boomers are dropping faster than flies in a barrel, honey. So I'm getting to know some of the younger ones, and I do like her. Now, Julianne Moore plays a doctor, a gynecologist, who is over the top suspicious of her husband, who is played by Liam. And it's understandable that she would be jealous, as he is the type who's always flirting with young girls whenever he gets a chance, as many men do. And in order to trap him, Julianne Moore pays Amanda, who is a call girl, to meet up with her husband and seduce him. Well, be careful what you do, because that can open a whole new can of worms. And of course, it doesn't take too long a time before she does it. Now, the two women end up going down the never ending rabbit hole of lust and obsession as they continue trying to trap Liam into a painting of infidelity. Now, many unexpected situations move into the end of this movie, which serves a reminder that obsession can destroy lives and push people over the edge of sanity. Now, what I did with this movie, I gave this a 4 because I found that it was very provocative. I like the cast, I like the story, and it was a different. You have movies about obsession, but this one was a little different. So that was my review. So now, Sam, tell us what your take is on Chloe.
Okay, down the rabbit hole.
Here we go.
This is an erotic drama starring Julianne Moore and Amanda Seyfried and Liam Neeson. Problems arise with Catherine and David's marriage, played by Julianne Moore and Liam Neeson. He just doesn't seem to return on time when expected for a party. He's at a seminar teaching his younger students, and his flight gets canceled. So he calls his wife, and she planned the party, Catherine, and now she's beginning to get really suspicious. So she thinks that he might be cheating on her with one of his students. So somehow she meets a call girl named Chloe, played by Amanda Seyfried, and hires her to seduce her husband to see if he is tempted by her wiles. Well, this erotic intrigue takes some unexpected twists and turns as Chloe provides her personal motives as she describes details to Catherine of her sexual encounters with David. And now things just get really picked up and really kind of wild after that between her and Catherine. Wild ride involving sexual desires along with manipulation. I give it 4 cattails.
Wow,
Meow.
wow, we agreed on something. There you go.
See, I
Yeah,
could
four
read.
cattails. Yeah, that was a good one. Well, everybody, as I always say, see the movies.
Yeah.
Opinions are subjective, although my subjective opinions are always correct, and the cat's not so much.
Meow.
So everybody go to the movies or watch them on Netflix, do something to entertain yourselves, have fun, stay healthy, and everybody, that's it for now. And
Yeah.
join us the last Monday of every month for more Netflix movie reviews. Please hit the subscribe button and make sure you like us on Facebook for the Laughter Talk Show, because we're all over the place. Okay,
Oh,
everybody. Felina Cats, have a great day. Love you.
bye. Love you
Bye.
too. Bye
Bye,
bye.
everybody.